There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential, always listening, always understanding.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Gold is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashene Pankasa. Gold, good energy.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
The National Science and Maths Quiz is the longest-running independent production on television. It's the one program that brings education authorities, teachers, allied staff, students, old students associations, and parents together in support of science education at the senior high school rank of the education ladder. The objectives of the National Science and Maths Quiz are to promote the study of the sciences and mathematics, to help senior high school students develop quick thinking skills and a probing and scientific mind about things around them, to promote healthy academic rivalry between senior high schools, to a lesser degree, keep old students still interested in their schools and encourage them to offer help to their alma mater, to inculcate a degree of science culture in the Ghanaian society for all to see science as a way of life. Let's take a walk down memory lane and see how far we have come in 25 years. The idea was not proposed at a national science fair or conference, but rather on the tennis court of the University of Ghana, Legon, where Mr. Kweku Mensah Bonsu, then managing director of Prime Time, was at the court to play the game after his own heart with his playmate, the late Professor Ebenezer Kweku Awotwe, Professor of Animal Science. Mr. Mensah Bonsu was curious as to why birds could stand on a live electric wire without getting electrocuted, but human beings could not do so. From Professor Kweku Awotre's explanation, Mr. Mensah Bonsu got the idea of a quiz program focused on scientific explanations behind everyday phenomena, in addition to the topics from the regular science curriculum for senior high schools. Thus, it all began 25 years ago, in April 1993. Since then, the National Science and Maths Quiz (Nsmq) has seen 22 exciting editions.
Selecting the quiz mistress and the gender was entirely my decision. So one Saturday evening after tennis, we were sitting in Commonwealth Hall senior common room, and then Marian was there. So I just said, he said, you talk to Marian. Have you spoken with her? I said, no, I'm going to talk to her. So I talked to Marian. Then Dr. Marian Addy, later Professor Marian Addy. I told her about the program and that I needed a quiz mistress. I wanted a quiz mistress. And she said, but why me? I said, you, because you are a female scientist with a PhD. Can you imagine the impact that this would have on the children, especially the girls? That I want you to be the quiz mistress, whether you like it or not. In fact, I've selected you as the quiz mistress. And she had a good laugh. I said, okay, I'll do it. And then when Marian was leaving the program after 7 years, and this time she recommended Eureka MFA Adumako. And the first time I met her, I said, well, of course, if you're called Eureka, that's a name that came out of mathematics. So then, you are a quiz mistress. I met Dr. Kaufman at a program, and she and Professor Alote came to my office to talk to me about some mathematics competition or science, international science competition. And I went and talked to Dr. Awotre. I've met her only once, but I think from the way she spoke and the way she carried herself. And Awotre said, well, strangely, that's the person I was also thinking about. So I said, well, your job is cut out for you now. Our 3 quiz mistresses have all been great, I must say.
There would have been no excitement without very interesting and well-crafted questions. The nature of the competition requires that questions be of equal strength and difficulty at each stage of the competition. A team of consultants were selected to work on the questions. This is how the team was put together.
Then I got my friend Dr. Adanu, to do the physics. So Asmeni for chemistry, Adanu for physics. Then for biology, Awotre himself, Mrs. Kwaku. She put together a team to do the maths. Now, beyond the first year of the competition, I got to know Dr. Douglas Edujemfi of the maths department. And Douglas agreed to be a part of the team. And since then, he's been a part.
The program was first recorded in October 1993 with the late Professor Marian Irama Ade, Professor of Biochemistry at the University of Ghana, Legon, as the quiz mistress. It was originally named the Brilliant Science and Maths Quiz, as Lever Brothers, now Unilever's Blue Soap Brilliant, was the sole sponsor of the program. The name was changed to National Science and Maths Quiz in 1998, when Brilliant dropped its sponsorship of the program due to change of management and policy direction. Amstel Malta from Ghana Breweries Limited, now Guinness Ghana Breweries Limited, took up sole sponsorship of the program from 1998 to 2001, when it dropped its sponsorship also for the same reasons. Next, the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, sponsored the program from 2002 until 2008. In 2009, Primetime took up the cost of producing and airing the program in the hopes of attracting sponsorship to help pay for the program. But this did not work out, as education clearly was not seen as a priority by corporate Ghana at the time. Consequently, the program was forced to take a 2-year break, that is 2010 and 2011. The program, however, was such an important event on the academic calendar of the senior high schools that it was sorely missed. Thus, students, teachers, and parents alike began clamoring for its return.
This program went into a lull because of a lack of sponsorship. And myself, Mr. Mensah, we met the Director General and we said this program must not die. So I'm glad that at least a company or a bank for that matter has found it necessary to partner with us to sponsor this program.
Thus, the number of participating schools was increased from 135 in 2014, and the regional competitions, through which 108 schools are selected to join the seeded schools at the national championships, was born. With 3 schools instead of 2 competing against each other in each contest.
And the introduction of the preliminaries, along with 2 new faces as quiz mistresses for that round. They are Dr. Angela Lamte and Mrs. Gladys Schringer.
Since the competition was opened up to all senior high schools in Ghana, many less endowed schools have managed to qualify to the quarterfinals and in some cases the semi-finals, an attestation to the many benefits that the exposure on the Nsmq has engendered, such as interest in the schools by the general public and support of the schools by their own students' association.
Root of xy minus 3y.
You're right.
The students who make up the participation teams go through rigorous routines and discipline to be able to make a mark in the competition. The teachers who train these students are dedicated to the course and thus invest a lot of time and energy into developing strategies and tactics to sharpen the minds and analytical skills of their contestants.
We try every year to do something that would be new, but that would add value to the participants' experience on the program. And that's why we have the mentorship sessions that are meant to broaden their horizons so that they see that there's more, way more to having a career in science than ending up in medical school. We have the Science and Technology Fair that aims at helping participants transfer the knowledge, the principles and theories they have learned in the classroom into producing practical products and services that would be useful to society. We also have the excursions, which we used to do but not in such a focused manner. Now the platinum sponsors host us to a tour of their operations to help our participants understand the business behind the sponsor and their operations. We have also tried to embrace technology, and you see that as most evident in our use of social media. Our embrace of social media helped us regain contact with our fans and supporters and to rekindle their interest in the program.
To encourage and reward displays of excellence in female contestants, Primetime in 2017 instituted a special award in the name of Professor Henrietta Mensah for the most outstanding female student. The winner of this award was the very courageous and smart Zuwaira Baba Mohammed from Tamale Senior High School. The other newly instituted award was the Dr. Kweku Mensah Bonsu Award for the best team or the most outstanding team. An award was also instituted in the name of Professor Marian Irama Ade by Infantipim 1999 winner Bubune Adi in 2015 for the most outstanding team. Sustaining a program of this caliber needs dedicated staff, and over the years, the dedication and devotion of the experienced professionals that have come on board has helped this program thus far. With this 23rd edition coming off from the 5th of June to the 5th of July 2018.
This program started in 1993 and is still here. It's bigger and better than it was when it began. And this just means that the team that has worked on this competition from beginning till now have not let the obstacles that came their way throw them off course. Good planning, tenacity of purpose, and good support from good friends and supporters, both government and private, have helped the Science and Maths quiz stay its course and grow into what we see today. And so I see in the future for us to grow the brand beyond the shores of Ghana into a West African competition for both Anglophone and Francophone West Africa, and then a continental competition. That would be something.
Indeed, the Nsmq has come a long way from its humble beginnings of 32 schools. Thanks to the vision and hard work of Prime Time, the interest and support of various sponsors and collaborators, both in government and in the private sector, the passion and hard work of the school's teachers and contestants, and the enthusiasm of various old students' associations.
Homes. Right?
A colloid.
Yes.
With the sustained support and collaboration of all stakeholders, the National Science and Maths Quiz and Science Festival can only grow and get better each year. We very much look forward to the Golden Jubilee celebrations of this fantastic event.
By 83 degrees. Wonder.
Route 2.
You are right.
Long live the National Science and Maths Quiz. Long live Ghana.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond Mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
2017 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. Yes, Christopher. You're right. Yes, Senna.
Perimeter.
You're right. Yes, Krista.
NH3.
You're right.
It was exciting getting all the points in the last round to catch up.
Most is too little to be bullied.
Yes, Wanda.
Operation.
You are right.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Gold is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashene Pankasa. Gold, good energy.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential, always listening, always understanding.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential, always listening, always understanding.
Welcome to the 2017 edition of the National Science and Math Week. Yes, Christopher. You're right. Antenna.
Perimeter.
You're right. Yes, Priscilla.
NH3.
You're right.
It was exciting getting all the points in the last round to catch up.
No school is too little to be bullied.
Yes, Wanda.
Operation.
You are right.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another one of our mentorship sessions. Our mentorship sessions are brought to us by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana Limited. This morning, our mentor is Nsmq. He was born on the 23rd May, 1990. He had his bachelor's degree in engineering in electronics and communication from the All Nations University. He continued to obtain his master's degree in applied science for integrated systems engineering from the Kyushu Institute of Technology, Japan. In 2013, he was part of the 8-member team from the All Nations University, which designed the first educational and deployable satellite in the sub-Saharan Africa called CANSAT. In 2014, he was part of the 4-member team that established the first amateur ground station in Ghana. The ground station has successfully established communication with satellites in space. And Nsmq is one of the heroic trio who designed the first satellite for Ghana, dubbed the GhanaSat-1, which was launched into space on 3rd June 2017. He is currently the national point of contact for Ghana to the Space Generation Advisory Council, SGAC, which operates under the United Nations Program on Space Applications. He is currently a delegate for the core team drafting the National Space Policy for Ghana and an internationally licensed amateur radio operator with an extra class. And Nsmq is the outreach coordinator of All Nations University Space Systems Technology Laboratory and has organized educative programs which has greatly imparted more than 2,500 students with the knowledge of space science and satellite technology. His passion is reading. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Nsmq.
Thank you very much, and I'm quite excited seeing you seated here. Though you guys have evicted my school, Pope John, from the competition, but I still have to speak. First, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors for having the concern for national development through education. We are here for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So I want to surprise you. Do you know that the greatest capacity which Ghana as a nation have demonstrated to the world in terms of science and technology is the launch of the satellite? Because after the launch of the satellite, we've had calls from abroad, and then the white man was surprised how and why the black man is trying to venture into space. Space and satellite technology is considered as the mother of all technology. So for you to venture into it, that means that you've reached a certain apex in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But then Ghana was able to achieve it through the All Nations University College in Koforidua. But the journey started from 2012 when some students of All Nations University, we said that, okay, let's do something space. And then we came together and we developed our first project, which was called the CANSAT. The CANSAT is not a satellite to be launched to space. It's just a prototype of a satellite. So we just developed something, put it in a can, put it up high to take some pictures. It was successful. But what happened was that we had media attention, international media coming in, though it was not launched to space. So they were surprised that you guys were able to put something up high to take pictures. So it showed us how much they regard us if students were able to put something high to take pictures. So it was a big news. And after that, the team said, we would like to develop something new. So we developed what is called the amateur ground station. The amateur ground station communicates with satellites in space. This we did by ourselves. One thing that we believe is that we have to do it ourselves. As engineers, as we are trained from All Nations University, not only theory, but you have to do it yourself. So somewhere 2014, we developed the first ground station in sub-Saharan Africa, which can communicate with satellites in space. It was also a big news. We also established communication with the International Space Station, if you know about it. From 2015, the same team said, Ghana has not launched a satellite to space. Other countries have done it, but the satellite itself was bought. They bought the satellite for maybe meteorological services, for communication services. They bought it from the white man. But we said we have to develop it ourselves and launch it to space. So from 2014, the All Nations University, myself, Ernest, Benjamin Bonsu, and Mr. Kwanzaa, we began to develop a satellite. Within a year, we had developed a satellite. But then, for your satellite to be launched to space, because it's a new thing that the black man is doing, the white man has to come in to verify if what this guy has done, this black man has done, will work in space. In 2017, we had an inspection from Japan, and then the first satellite, which the black man has made with his own hands, was considered qualified to operate in space. So the video is showing the processes by which we launched the first satellite. It was launched on the 3rd June 2017, deployed on the 7th July 2017. What I want to say is that science, technology, engineering, and mathematics is very important. And as part of our project, we don't only sit in the lab, we go to high schools to teach them about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Like she rightly introduced, we have imparted more than 2,500 students, teaching them about practical-oriented science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And in the same view, we are throwing an invitation to all students. Now what we are doing is that we are trying to develop the next satellite and the next successions of the satellite. We are developing satellites for meteorological services to monitor Galamsey and other things. But we want to train students for them to be able to do it. You are now in your high school. You want to go into engineering. We want you guys. Train you, computer engineering, computer science, electronics, so that you guys will be able to build the remaining satellites for the country. So this is what I have to say. And thank you very much for having me here and also watching the video of Ghana's first satellite in space. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mate. Do we have any questions from the audience for him? Any questions from the audience? Any questions from the audience? Okay, so let me ask you a question. Last week, I think it was Tuesday, President Trump inaugurated the Space Force for the USA. Do you think it's something that is feasible in Ghana, something that we can do?
Yes. Actually, Ghana has the Ghana Space Science Technology Institute, which has to be promoted to become a space agency. And for that, we need a very vivid space policy, which the country does not have yet. So I'm even part of the team drafting the Ghana space policy. And after the space policy, we have all of these things coming up by themselves. So it's in process.
And then finally, for anybody who has a question? Yes, ma'am.
Hello. And please, when you were talking, you said it took about a year to assemble the satellites. And I would like to ask the components of the satellites.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, this is something that I do. I teach students about satellites. But what I tell them is that the satellite is just like your mobile phone, which has been put at a very high orbit or height to take pictures. So, just like your phone has a battery, has some antennas in it, it's just that, all right? But then it's a specialized system. It's nanotechnology. So the engineering that goes to it is very high. That's just the difference.
So that if a student wants to learn how to do this, what do they need to do? They have studied science in SS already. What do they need to do?
All right. The All Nations University is actually now having this opportunity for every student from any high school to learn computer engineering, computer science, and electronics and communications engineering. And then as part of the program, they are taught how to integrate satellites. So we welcome students from all over the country and Africa to the All Nations University, and then they'll be trained to develop successive satellites for the country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nsmq. Please, a round of applause for him. Again, our mentorship sessions for the 2018 National Science and Maths Quiz is brought to us by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana Limited. This afternoon, we'll have another mentor speak to us from 12:15 to 12:45. So if you're around, please join us. You have been given some forms to fill. Kindly fill them up. When you are done, lift them up. A production assistant will come and pick them. Thank you very much for joining us. See you again this afternoon. Thank you.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my Bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.